Do you ever feel confused in a relationship, like you don't know where you stand, and there's no clarity on what's actually happening between you and another person? Today I'll show you how to get extreme clarity on that, so you'll know exactly what to do next, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, or just someone you care about. So here's the thing, most of us don't see it this way. We get frustrated, confused, pushed away, and we don't even understand why. That's because we actually don't have clarity on what we naturally give in a relationship and what we truly need in one. Often we actually expect for people to give us something that they literally cannot. And sometimes we give something that we really don't want to, just in order to get that love back. And it's actually very unhealthy. So think of it like this. It's like going to Best Buy to buy milk and then getting mad that they don't have it, expecting them to change their entire store just to meet your need. It was never their job. And this is exactly what's happening in the relationships. It's natural to have experiences where people don't appreciate your natural way of being. Even at my old job, when I still worked at the bank, it was a couple of years ago, this is where I was constantly questioned. Why do you even care about how you look? When do you even wake up to get ready? I would rather sleep than get up that early just to get ready. For me, I've been living like this for years, so it was just like me being myself. But people did try to gaslight me that this is something that isn't necessary. It wasn't about me, it was about misalignment. They didn't have that need, so they couldn't understand it. And instead of being curious, they just judged me because it was easier. But here's the thing, that it doesn't matter that they don't understand. You have your needs for a reason. And just because someone tries to shame you for them, doesn't mean that you should give them away. Needs have to be addressed. If you deny them or hide them, this is where you're going to try to find a way to meet those needs in unhealthy ways, like people-pleasing, manipulating, or compromising something that doesn't serve you at all. So being honest right here is extremely crucial because you cannot find a way around it. And why am I saying that? Because there's definitely a person who is actually going to appreciate everything the way that you are in natural ways. So for example, the way I love taking care of myself, doing nails, making sure I'm doing my makeup, feeling good and feeling pretty essentially. And this is something that I'm really appreciated by my partner, by my friends as well. And it's not even something that comes as a questionable topic of matter. Even though I was unappreciated before, I eventually realized that it wasn't me, it was the people around me. So think of it like a tool. So for example, you need a screwdriver, but someone is handing you a hammer. No matter how good that hammer is, it's not a screwdriver. It's not supposed to do the things that a screwdriver does. So that's exactly what is happening in a relationship where we give all of that energy, love, and everything to someone who cannot meet our own needs, and where we cannot meet someone else's needs as well. It's just the wrong tool for the job. So there's a simple exercise that completely shifted for me how I see myself and relationships. It's designed to help you see clearly what you actually naturally give, what you truly need, and who aligns with your particular energy. So this is what actually makes you stop forcing that love and appreciation from the wrong people. So here's how it works. Step 1. List what you naturally give. So essentially you can answer this question. What do I naturally give in a relationship without any effort and with pleasure? For example, I'm a good listener. I love listening to people. I love understanding people. I love taking care of home. I love making food. I love appreciating another person and being very detail oriented towards them. So honestly, try to make as many points as possible because you're going to see clearly where you are aligned with yourself and what you give naturally and what are you supposed to give naturally. It will feel good for you. Step 2, list what you truly need. So for example, answer this question for yourself. What do I need from others to feel supported and appreciated? For example, I need someone to be in tune with me and my emotions when I feel off, that someone else is coming and making sure to show that attention and care. Then another example, it's important for me to be understood, right? It's non-negotiable. I need another person to respect me and my opinion, or I need someone to understand the way I am as a person, the way I function, and be very mindful. Or for example, I need someone to be into spiritual stuff so we are aligning and we understand each other way better. And this actually comes to step 3. Identify misalignments. So for this part, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. First, answer where am I giving more than I want? And the second is, where do I expect getting more than they can provide? So for the first one, it can be, as an example, if someone needs you to be there on time, all the time on the phone, like always accessible, and this is not something that works for you, it's a boundary for you. So this is a misalignment that you can see. Or it can be the other way around, right? Where you need that access to someone else and they're not giving it to you, right? Because you always want to make sure that they're okay and you're calling, and this is just a need for you in a relationship. But they're someone who has their boundary, right? And they don't want to have that access to themselves the way you want it to have. So this is a very strong misalignment. Then, for example, if let's say you don't love cooking, but someone you love, they really loves to be taken care of in that way, right? So you make sure that you get out of your way to start making food, to make sure that they are good, but you feel how draining that is for you. So this is a misalignment there. Then another very common need, I would say, especially in a relationship. So this is where I need to be allowed to feel the way that I am, right? And if another person is not able to give that space to support you while you are feeling the way that you're feeling, this is a huge misalignment. Maybe you're someone who actually needs to be really connected on an emotional level. If this is a number one priority for you, and someone who doesn't seem that as important and they are prioritizing something else, you're going to feel neglected and you're going to try getting that from them when they were never supposed to get that to you in the first place. Step number 4, adjust your misalignments. So this is essentially where you look into those 3 steps that you already did, right? Where you answered your questions and you see what needs to be adjusted, where boundaries, for example, need to be put, where you see that, okay, it's not working anymore. Our needs were met maybe like years and years ago, right? This is where you connected maybe with that particular person. And then you just kept on going because you're both used to it, but both of you are not getting what you want from that relationship. And maybe this is something that is not going to be working out anymore. Then, for example, if you have clarity and you actually know what you need, you're able to express it to another person, and maybe you will find something new about yourself, and most probably you will, and you're able to give that clarity to another person. So all of this is going to really shift everything that you have in the relationships, because you're going to have clarity what you need and what you also give effortlessly, and these are going to be those fulfilling relationships that's going to stay. And also when you're going to have new people coming into your life, you're going to know exactly what is the purpose of them being in your life and how much you actually bring to each other's lives. And also I want to add that you don't ever waste your energy and resources on people that do not make sense, and also other people are not doing that to you either. So you can see that so much energy is actually being saved and preserved where it has to be, and where it flows naturally and effortlessly, you're able to do that. So this is where your relationships actually shifts from being, I don't know, like 50-50, or like we have a lot of miscommunication and stuff. This is where you're going to see that everything becomes more fulfilling, and connection part, like you're actually going to be very excited to be with people from that point. Because for the longest time, I myself, I thought that I don't like to socialize, but the thing is that I didn't like to socialize with people that were not for me. Right now, I absolutely love and I have the most fun time when I have the right people with me. So for me, this exercise actually completely shifted my dating life, my relationships. But in particular, when I separated from my previous partner, this is where I sat down with myself and I felt that something was missing, and I started going into these particular questions and asking myself what was missing, what I was giving, what I was over-delivering, maybe where I didn't want to. And I gained so much clarity, so I knew exactly what I want in the next relationship for myself. This made it so particularly easy to understand what am I looking for in the next person. So when I was going on those dates or anything, so I was actually understanding that, okay, even if it looks great on the outside, when I hear particular things, I immediately catch, okay, like this particular person is not going to be able to address that need, and also where I would be underappreciated as well. So I'm like, okay, misalignment, so I don't waste their time, and also they don't waste my time as well, and also they don't waste that precious energy. And eventually I actually met someone who ideally fit what I needed and ideally fit what they needed as well. And right now I literally have like the best relationship of my life, and I could not be more grateful for it. But I know that there was a huge possibility of missing out on it if I wouldn't have clarity and I was giving a chance to those who seemed like, oh, they are kind of okay. But the thing is, if that person cannot give you something that you want, it's not going to work. So it's extremely valuable to understand yourself and gain clarity on these points, because this is going to give you direction on how to connect only with right people for you. So here's my challenge for you. Try this exercise for yourself. Really dive into it. Be extremely honest with yourself, because this is a crucial part of this particular exercise. And I'm telling you, this completely will shift things for you. Even if you think this is just an exercise, it's so much more than that. No more chasing the wrong people, honoring your energy. This is what it's all about. And this is the easiest and clear-cut way to do that. And don't forget that it's not just about you attracting the right people, but the thing is that there are people out there that are really excited to meet you, have you in their life, because you are exactly who they were looking for. If it's romantic relationships, if it's friendships, it doesn't matter. It all comes down to people who you have around yourself. And remember that standing in your worth is not extreme or selfish. It's an absolutely necessity if you want to create your life the way that you want it to be. Appreciate you watching today, and have a nice week.